Hello, hello, hello. I'm starting work tomorrow. As such, these videos will probably still stay the format that they've been for a while longer. Quite frankly, they probably stay this way for the run of what I'm doing them for. So, um, yeah, I don't know. It's nice because I'll actually have some solid income, and it is going to be a much more stable job. It's not just a seasonal job. But uh, unlike with the last job where I actually had a decent amount of time to like get my sleep schedule back in order and get things ready and figure things out, I have tomorrow because I have been doing some prep, but like things were so up in the air until uh 4 or 5 hours ago that I didn't even know when I was going to be starting. I didn't even know if it was going to work out or anything like that, or if they're just going to say, sorry, things have been taking too long. We're going to go with other people. So, yeah. Um, but like I said, I need the money, I need the work, I need the income, I need something to get out of the house for. And this is it. So it's looking like it'll be at least decent work. And the hope is that I'll be able to make enough that whenever things are done with this current place, which will very likely be the end of the year or before the end of the year, um, I'll be able to afford moving into my own place and afford the rent and be able to just live on my own and be the one who gets to say everything about what happens in that space because that is now my space. But yeah, so I don't know. I also wanted to ask, I don't know, I don't think many people watch these, at least not on the regular. Just kind of wondering if there's been anything that I've done in the past that has caught your eye that maybe you want to see me do more of. Maybe you liked certain things that I've done. I know there are certain things that I want to be able to work on, but a lot of the more high effort, more time consuming to produce things will probably have to wait until I'm done doing this as a daily project, and this instead moves on to be a more like a 3 times a week I'll publish a video, but I have the other 4 days of the week to work on stuff and build up a backlog of some items, and then we'll have it be a thing. So yeah, I keep flip flopping as well between making it a thing a day and the playlist isn't complete until I have 365 things in the playlist, or ending it when I said would be the last day of it based on when I started it last year because there are some things missing. I actually don't know how many right now because I haven't done an official count. Uh, uh I do know there are some that are missing. There's like 10 or so that got lost from the transition from TikTok, so there's that. Uh And I know I haven't missed any days. I think that's really the only ones we would be missing. So, maybe another week and a half of doing these as a daily thing. But at the same time, like the original one did get released on YouTube on the day that I started doing this thing. So we do kind of have a solid marker of like when it has been in here. And people want to be like, well, I don't care. I don't do these projects for other people. I do these projects for me because it seems like a neat thing to do, a fun challenge, and honestly, I don't plan on stopping it before I hit the goal that I set for myself. But it is getting to be a little tedious and exhausting, um, frustrating. It's being done out of obligation rather than interest or uh, drive anymore. So anything that continues past that point probably won't be that high quality. You won't get anything exceedingly crazy out of me if I do go past that um time-based deadline just to have the 365 videos. So I wouldn't I wouldn't keep keep my I wouldn't the phrase is I wouldn't hold my breath. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah. But in other news, I did finish Borderlands pre-sequel last night. Um, I did not like playing through the game again. Granted, I was also trying to just like skip as much of the side stuff as possible because it just wasn't that interesting to me. And what I remember of when I played it when I streamed was we really just did it out of obligation, not out of entertainment. So, yeah. But I finished the point that we streamed up to. I didn't do the Flaptastic Voyage because we skipped it, and it's um largely inconsequential. I think it just is explains how like Jack gets the information needed to be able to do certain things that he does into. I believe like he ended up with certain bits of code from Claptrap's memory that for some reason was in there and no one really knows why it's there, but it's there and he wants it, so you gets it. Um but yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to playing Borderlands 2. This is literally one of his speeches from uh from the game. um, and it perfectly encapsulates like what a monstrous villain he actually is. But I'm looking forward to playing that one at least, and it will definitely carry me through to what is going to be the end of 2025 for the pre-recorded uh straight to YouTube release videos. I don't know what I'm calling them still. The YouTube VODs. They're an hour long each. So like Borderlands 2 with all of its DLCs and the added Commander Lilith one is something like 30 hours long, I think. Now, granted, I'm going to be playing solo. I can get through it a little bit faster. I'm not going to be waiting around quite as much for other people. Like, I know exactly what I need and what I want. I'm good to go, right? But um, I will be doing all the side stuff just because I am entertained by the stuff that's on the side, except maybe the Circle of Slaughter missions, but those are largely helpful for grind if you need them. Uh, and then I'm going to be going through all of the DLCs. I think I'm going to skip the Headhunter packs. They're largely inconsequential, just fun little seasonal things to play. And the goal for doing these VODs is really I'm just trying to get the like core story recaptured and on YouTube. The exception being certain games like Hollow Knight or Dark Souls, where I will do just a bare bones playthrough. But because I can actually go back through and play without having a new game plus the game into the other stuffs, I will go back and revisit and try and get some of the extended stuff in the games. Only exceptions really being Sekiro and Bloodborne. I'm probably going to just do in one shot because Bloodborne, you have to get um, all of those, was it the pieces of the umbilical cords, all that, just to be able to get the Moon Presence fight. Yeah. And I also have one last achievement that I need to get in Bloodborne, which is I need to go fight someone in the dungeons. Which I could have sworn I did, but apparently I didn't get the achievement for it. So, and then Sekiro, I plan on just doing all in one go because once I've built up the skill of playing the game again, it will be a lot easier to just rip through the game and go beat the Shura ending. Um, so that's probably what we'll be doing when I do get around to those games. And then there's just a bunch of other games that instead of doing them straight to YouTube VODs, I will go back and restream them, but it will again be very much just like they're kind of the extra stuff that I'll be streaming instead of the core stuff that I'm trying to get through because I want to be still visiting and playing new games. I still want to also open up some time to do more things with people because like this past weekend I got to game with Loopy, the Loopy Walrus, um, who is the leader of the Sus Squad and wonderful streamer and wonderful individual. And it's something I keep saying like, oh, we'll do more, we'll do more, and I just keep not doing it. It's like staring at you. But yeah, so yeah, keep an eye out for all of those things happening. I have stuff on my Discord as to when the games that I have already recorded will be releasing on YouTube. I have a Trello that I've put together that also summarizes what I'm currently recording, what I'm currently releasing, what I'm currently uploading, um, what I'm currently streaming, and then things that I plan to and things that are on the backlog. Um, so yeah, uh, if you're interested in any of that information, join the Discord, ask for the information. Go to my website. I've got a lot of the stuff available there as well. And I'm constantly updating it, or just go to my stream and just hang out and chat and ask questions because, you know, Lord knows I need more interaction there. Yeah. And drop a comment in the comments below. Again, let me know what you want to see. Let me know what things I have done that have actually been more interesting. Let me know why. That's always a good thing. And I can't promise that I'll get to everything that people ask for, but I can promise I'll at least consider the idea and the steps that it would take to get there, and if it is actually achievable for me in that moment. So, be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourselves, and see you around. Bye bye.